Hey everyone, today we have a review video on something that's not really Nerf but is in the realm of toy blasters. The Maya group sent me this. It is the Blaster Pro pump action S2500 shotgun styled, as you see, gravity fed clip, and it fires, I believe these are 6mm little, kind of like it's a hydrophobic. It's not hydrophobic, but it absorbs water. They start off as little tiny pellets and they grow into these little kind of ball things, and they completely evaporate when they're outside, so there's no cleanup, and they actually burst on target, which is actually pretty cool. They sent me this in the box. I already unboxed everything. They sent me a target that they have that color changes whenever it gets hit by one of these little things. It's pretty cool because it gets a little red spot and it's got a zombie on it. But you guys will see that whenever we go outside and do the accuracy testing. But shell's comfortable. Initial impressions look good. I'm going to play with it a little more, and we're going to go outside and we're going to do an accuracy test, and we're going to do a range test, and then we'll get my final thoughts on it. I didn't really find it necessary to do a complete unboxing, but yeah, let's jump right into it and let's go outside real quick. Alright guys, now we're going to do a quick accuracy test. I'm going to back up about 20-25 feet or so, and I'm going to take a few test shots. And once I get my aim sighted in, it should be fairly accurate, but I guess we'll see in a second. I'm going to go ahead and back up and take some shots now. Alright, about 20 feet away, I would say. So as you see, it's usually pretty good. A lot of these little balls seem to to not have a good barrel fit, so they seem like they just want to fall out of the barrel or just go 5 feet in front of me sometimes. But I'll address that when I get to my inside sit-down discussion about it. And I guess we'll go ahead and do a range test now. It's getting about 50 feet or so, about 80 foot angled. But let's go ahead and go inside and set up my camera over there. Alright guys, we're standing right out here on my concrete pad. That's about 5 feet from the door, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have the barrel of this blaster right above the top of the camera. And we're going to do a range test. Usually it gets between about 50-55 feet flat and about 80 angled. I'll do a couple flat shots. We'll go ahead and do those now. These are shoulder height. Well, that one dribbled out. Alright, so as you see, a lot of them go to the 50-foot mark, and some of them just dribble out the barrel, and I'll address why I think that is at the end of the video. But now I'm going to do a couple of angle shots. Those are going to be over toward this direction, since I have a tree right here that I need to trim. So I'm going to turn the camera just a hair, and now we'll do some angled shots real quick. This is just for reference. So this is about a 30-degree angle. So usually it gets about 80 foot angled. Sometimes it'll push a little bit more past that, but that all depends on how the ammo has fit. I think that's all I'm going to do outside right now. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys inside, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and that should be about it. Alright guys, they sent me this blaster gratis for free to do a review on and to give my actual thoughts on it. My thoughts on it are, it's kind of a neat blaster design, kind of, but I'm not really all for it. One thing is, I get a lot of misfeeds. It'll jam up and I actually have to pull the clip out, and usually something is stuck right in this area. And I don't like that, because when I have somebody rushing at me with something like this, I don't want it to jam, and that's probably just due to the fact that it's a gravity feed system. It even does that when it is all the way full. And the reason that I think that happens is because a lot of times these little ball ammo things that they give you, when you put them in water, they all don't grow to the same size. Every once in a while I'll get one that's really, really small, and they don't get any bigger than they're supposed to, but sometimes I just get little itty bitty ones that will get jammed in here. And a lot of times they'll actually fall out of the barrel if you're trying to aim down at something. So I think it's just the ammo. The blaster's great, but I think the ammo manufacturing is a little bit loose tolerance, but that's fine. Because the jam's usually pretty easy to clear. You pull this out, shake it a couple times, and then slot it back in, and it works fine again. The ammo doesn't really hurt. It stings a little bit at close range, like that stung, but it's not like it's not like a high-powered paintball gun or anything like that. I think for an adult who wants to get his kid into like paintballing or airsoft, I think this would be a good starting point for somebody who's about, 12. They say that on the box that it's for ages 14 and up. Most 14-year-olds by that point, though, will want a airsoft gun or a paintball gun. But this is a good way for the younger kids to get into it. The blaster design is comfortable. The pump grip is very comfortable. The grip back here is absolutely huge. Like, I have fairly meaty hands and decently sized fingers. And I have to like stretch a little bit to reach the trigger. Now, I don't know how most big 14-year-old hands are, but they'd have to seriously choke up on this to get a good grip on it. I'm not a big fan on the grip safety here. I don't like how you have to hold this down. I think it'd be better integrated back here somewhere, so when you put your hand on it, that's when you're ready. I don't like the whole, you have to press your thumb on it to fire if you're right-handed. Now, if you're left-handed, that's no big deal. The pad of your hand sets right on that. But for right-handed people, you have to hit it with your thumb. Overall, it's pretty accurate. It'd be fun for around the backyard. And overall, it's really well built. Like, it's very strong and sturdy, and it feels great. The ammo is a little bit troublesome from time to time. I like the range that it gets. It's appropriate for something like this, I think. But overall, pretty satisfied. And I think if you want to play around in the backyard with one, I think it's fully worth it. So I will talk to you guys later, and I'll have more videos for you hopefully this week.